So, hey everyone, in this video we are going to make a basic game of EXO in Unity. Just to understand how the canvas works, how can you create a menu driven system, and if you guys haven't learned C#, it's fine, we are going to be using ChatGPT anyways. So this is just to make you understand how Unity really works in 2D. And basically you can't call it a proper game, and there are multiple reasons for it, but you can still do it, so let's just do it. So I'll start the video recording. So here we go. We already have the ultimate EXO, the block blocker, and things that I shouldn't really talk. So we're going to go to new project. I'm currently using Unity 6, and you can see the perfect version above. So over here we have the universal 2D, universal 3D, high definition, and a lot of things. In this you have to choose the 2D mobile, and then we will rename it Tic Tac Toe. That's quite long, so we'll just rename it as EXO, and I don't think so we should connect it to the Unity crowd, so I'm not going to connect it. So here it is, our project is created and it is starting. Yeah, so it is starting. Here we go. Let it start for now. So talking about this project is basically going to use the whole canvas. There is no need to go into like the working stuff of it. So that's the thing. That is the reason I'm saying this might not be a proper game. But it is actually a working game and I can teach you some things, or this might be the easiest project in Unity if you know a bit of coding. And for that reason I'm going to go with this game. Yeah, it is starting. It takes quite some time. Okay, so it's close. That is quite slow. Okay, so for now we're keeping our browser over here, and let's go to ChatGPT. I'm trying to create the super EXO, but that is quite a complex task, and for that reason we are going with simple EXO. So let's tell ChatGPT what we have to do. I'm creating a EXO game in Unity 6 using the canvases, and what are we using again? Text and just balance. Keep in mind to tell him to prompt using Text Mesh Pro, TMP texts, because those are easier to work with and you get a bit of customization within Unity. TMP text to be precise. Then, my bad. Just tell him to just give me a code that handles the basic logic of Tic Tac Toe, has a score counter and takes in 9 button input and gives out 9 text output for each cell of the grid. Okay, so he's getting started with it. And on the other hand, as you can see, this is completely clear. Go to the scene side. We don't want the game side right now. So at first you need to create a canvas, but to keep the code and the game clean, there are a few things that I really want you to know. First, create empty, rename it code. So this is going to contain most of our code files if you're using any. Second, create empty, rename it canvases. I think canvas is okay. And in canvas we have to add canvas. So go to UI, then go to canvas. Yes, so we have the canvas number 1 right now. and this canvas is going to be the main menu. So this is canvas main menu, and then I'm going to copy it, paste it. We don't think so we need any settings or all those things, and yep, that's all. This would be just to give you that good feeling. You don't really need a main menu, honestly. So for now, let's just ditch the main menu. We'll just turn it off. Go to the inspector. You have this tick mark. Just turn it off so it won't be visible in the game. This is the game canvas. So how do you design it? Let's give it a background. People generally use panels, but I don't really prefer panels. So I'm going to go in UI, then image. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stretch it out. Then from this side. Okay, so you can see this is the tool. This is the transform tool, I guess. React tool. So what it does is like you can just rescale according to the sides. There is another rescale tool specifically meant for that purpose, but this is just good because it just folds onto the sides. Just look at it. You don't have to go perfectly into it, or else you always have to like transform to get properly. But I'm not in the mood. Then we'll set to stretch from both ends, so even the display size changes, it works fine. Now I think so we should color it black. So go over here. Now we have background. Now we have to just create the basic, you can say, the size and all those things. Yeah, and I'm going to just tell you the basics of it. You have to design it yourselves. So here we go. Now we are going to add another image, UI image, and in this one it is set to center. I think so we should create a cube. It would be easier to work on it. I think so 800 maybe, and this also 800. No, I think so 900 will go perfect. Okay, 900. And second of all, I think so I should keep it straight, but at the same time this feels good to look at. So this is going to be a landscape beam only. And then here we are. We have the basic background. Then we are going to make it gray. I think so gray might be a better option. Little bit of gray. Then we'll just copy it and paste it again. And what we're going to do is we are going to use this gray as the background. 900 is a good number though. I don't want to miss it. So I think so. We should just write black because it would be easier to divide in terms of threes. And then go to the first one before it, which was the gray one, and then you can do it like a 940 maybe. Yes, I think so 950 is fine, and even the height will be 950. So now you have a border, as you can see over here. We will put it into simulator, and the phone we are going to be choosing is iPhone 12. Yep, this is the way this is going to look in a phone. After this, the few things that we have to add. Yep, that's fine. Now we are going to be adding those grids, and I'm not really using as much as I observed any components images going with the canvases because I want it to be an easy game for you guys to implement. And right now we will color it white for now, and 900 I think so 0 is not, so we can. Okay, so we'll put it to the left so we can do it in order of 300, 600. Like it is stuck to this side, as you can see. So it will like 300, 300, 300. So the first 300 is going to the first line, and yep. So here goes 300, and the width is 900, but now we want it to be lesser. So it will be 40 because we are using size of 40, but so it is a bit too much. Is it? No, it's fine. It's fine. No, I still think so. We should go with 30. And now we're going to copy the same thing, but this time change the distance to 600. Now we have equal lines. Similarly, copy it, paste it, change the pivot to the center top. So now from top you will I'll just center bottom. So plus it will be 300, then plus 300 is like 600, and plus 300 is like the final one. We're going to be adding these two lines, and this image, I think so we should reverse it now. Now this should be 900 and this should be 30, and the X position should be 0, so it will be in the center, and this will be 300. Similarly, copy it, paste it, then make it 600. So now you have like 6 cubes. We are done with the basics over here. and I don't know how much time I've been recording this, but just let me take a look at it. So right now I'm recording for almost 12 minutes, so we'll be talking about the buttons and everything in the next video, I guess. So see you guys. So hey everyone, welcome to the part 2 of the EXO game. And currently, I'll just start the recording. Currently we have just done the overall grid and we have asked ChatGPT to give us the code, and now we're going to implement the buttons and everything. So let's get to it. First of all, the canvas one, in which we have these basic things. We're going to, not this one, this is our background. We're going to, as it will get empty panel, and we will rename it as grid. I think so board is a better one. Board. And then we close. So now we need another one. I think so this time we need some buttons, so we're going to create empty buttons. Adding buttons, we're going to add UI buttons. So this is also text mesh pro. That is the reason I told you to keep the text mesh pro. And we're going to import the TMP essentials. That is compulsory, you have to get it. And also get the samples. Just a quick now. Yep. And now samples. Unit is damn slow on Macs. I don't know, for some reason. Every time it needs to compile those codes and everything, it takes a lot of time. Like you just made a single change in your code and install it, you get those compilation and all those things, different exports, and you kind of work while that happens, and that takes a lot of time. So let's get back to what we are. So we have the button number 1, and as we know, this is like around 900 of width, and also I forgot something. At first we'll change the react of this, and we'll put it around 5 to 5. Nah, 900 is fine. I should be also 900. And here we are. Index 0. So we have this perfect, you can say, pattern body in which we are going to properly transform and put the positions perfectly. So first of all, what we're going to do is top left, or you can say just left is also fine, just middle left. Yep. And so as we know, it was complete 900, and now it should be around 300, I guess. Yeah. So all those are the 900, and you divided by 3, which is almost 100 each. So I guess so it should be around 300, little lesser than that. Yeah. So it is perfectly 300 at this point, and the height should be also 300. Oh shit, sorry. Now you have perfectly working buttons, and as the length, or like you can say the width is around 300, the center point would be at 150. So we're going to put over here 150, and it should be at the top. So the Y should be around 150. It should be around 300 more. So yes, as you can see, it went to the top left, and then we'll copy it. Okay. So we're going to copy it, paste it, and again paste it. So these two, I think so the X should be 0. No, 450. Right. And then we have to add another 300, so it will be around 750. So we now have the 3 buttons in perfect place, and as you can see, I have left almost no gap in between them, because you need bigger buttons in order for it to work properly. Now just copy these 3 buttons. Just look at it, they are in sequence 1, 2, 3. Try to keep it in sequence. Copy, paste, and paste. That will happen. Okay. So yep, choose these 3, and we have to go 0. So we got it in the center. The y coordinates, I hope you understand that bit. And then we have to go minus 300. So we now have all the buttons. And then we also have the text mesh pro elements in them, so we're fine with it. Just select them all using shift, and this image button, turn it off so it won't render the image with like the white background. So now these are just plain buttons. Now I will say select edit text mesh pro and turn it white. Okay, I'm pressing the command button to select all of these. And now we're going to change the color to white. And well, because button seems weird to look at. So now this is how it looks. And now we can take the code from audio chat GPT. It is like a TicTacToe manager. Now let's just take it and put it in the code. Create empty. Game manager. So here we have a game manager. Then we're going to attach in the script. Just write Tic Tac Toe manager. So now we have the TicTacToe manager, and as you can see, the compile time is I just don't want to speak about it at this point. Yeah. So now it's done. Double click on it and it will take you to the VS Code. Now select all, paste, save. So we have the few features like update score, SGO full, and all those things. Yeah. So here we are, completely done. Now it will give us different fields over here. Just let it compile. The reason I don't like using Unity, at least on a Mac. One of the worst Windows laptops can handle this better than a Mac, but Mac takes longer time in compilation or like building the project. So that is something I really appreciate. So we have 9 different text boxes and 9 different buttons, and we have to assign the buttons and text over here. So I guess it is a simple task. We rename it afterwards. The 4, then we have to take the 5, 6. My bad. The 7 and the 8. Now we have to assign the buttons. Button 0, button 1, button 2, button 3. Oh man. Button 4, button 5, button 6, button 7, and button 8. And so these are the scores that we have to add. And how to add those? First of all, close the button section. Now we are done with the buttons. We are going to use different text in the future. I guess we should add the text right now, because the one seems to be a lot smaller than it really should be. So this is where it helps. So as you can see, Text Mesh Pro has these different options, and I'm going to just put like 80. It is also still quite small. 120. This is just because I like it. And bold. This is fine, I guess. We will be using a different font that I have already. And yeah, center. Yes. So now it's fixed, as you can see. Yes. So what will happen is the code is going to update the X and O information of this text by itself, and that is what the code is really up to right now. Then we have to add the player scores, then go to Text Mesh Pro. Then name of text, player 1, and copy and paste it. Select both of them. Take it to the preferred location. I think so this is quite enough. And I will say again 1 else PLAYER 1. Bold. See, that's what it actually does, is like it makes both of your letters capital, but the first one remains a bit taller in the size and the second one is a little smaller. You'll understand it when you use it. Let's make it 80. Increase the width to around 400. Oh, that seems fine. And then just move it to the left. We'll use the rect transform top left for the player 1. And I think so 400 is fine. And we'll go minus 200. Similarly, we are going to select the right top, and then minus 400 and minus 200. So as they are facing almost identically on the both ends, now we are going to color one of it as blue and one of it as red. The player 2 should be red according to me, so I'm going with the red one. Just select red, whatever feels correct to you, and then I'm going to player 1 and I'm going to put some blue. Yes, so now I can copy and paste it, and this is going to be the player 1 scope, going to be the player 2 scope. So this is a player 2. Yeah, so we're almost done with it. Select the scores. Oh shit. Okay. And take it a bit below so that the players can really understand the scores. And then what you have to do is go to the game manager in which you are given the code and the X code and Y code. So here goes the O scope and here goes the X code. And what really did we use the status text for? Let's just see. Okay, so here we are to show turn info on winner. Yep. So this works perfectly fine. We are going to add an extra text box. I think so we should take the cube. Yeah, it lags. It always lags. And select the board and the buttons. And we'll take a little down. Now over here we'll add the, you can see notifications, which way it has to go. And the X goes to 0. First set it to center. Is it top? Center, then set Y to 0. Now it is in the center. I'll use something like a gray or something that would look better instead of like direct white. And I'm going to assign this one. Let's rename it first. Text STATUS. So we have text status. We're going to go a little bit below. Yep. Now go to the game manager and give it the text status. And now we are done with our game. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to be adding the menu driven system in a bit. That's not that complex, to be honest. Okay, so the game has started. This is X turn. That is O's turn. Then there is X turn. That is O's turn. And then it is X turn. So X wins. Now again, it starts X turn. Then it goes to O's turn. Then X turn, then O's turn, then X turn, and O turn. It will be 0. Okay, so we are done. The game is working, and the next thing we have to do is to implement the overall menu and a decent button. And that might be it for now. So let's see. Meet you in the next video. Thank you for watching.